Well, hello everyone, and welcome to today's live draw of the Cone Cup. We are here for season 4 of this wonderful championship. I am Mr. BT, aka Ben, and that was a Europa League anthem. And for anyone who knows which club I support, you'll understand why that's relevant to me. So we'll just wait a little bit. For everyone to start getting a chat, comment what pot you're in, who you want to be a teammate for this season, how you did last time, if you did participate last time, of course. But we have got 4 of my mother's favourite mugs here. I'll just give you a lovely demonstration of that. We have 50 names in each pot. I'm just going to get the pots up now so I can run them through with you. Let's see what they're saying in the chat. Are you watching Europa League again? No, but we're in it after 35 games of thinking we weren't going to be in it this season. And yes, Josh, I am Hitman if he was sponsored by Head & Shoulders. Had a lot of hair gel in, so appreciate the effort. I support Arsenal Chugs, if you hadn't already worked that out, mate. So just to give you a quick rundown, we're going to try and jump into things here because we have a lot of names to get through and a lot of explaining to do. So this season, once again, the Cone Cup format will be a one-shot quali with a 5-lap race. I don't have too much more information, knowledge, and I don't want to mess it up and confuse everyone and then make Jacob and Nathan explain everything on the announcements again. So you're welcome. But we have 4 pots. So like always with Cone, the pots are separated by ability, although of course we have drivers from different divisions, some new drivers, particularly a large contingent from everyone's favourite league, ERO, European Racing Organisation, thanks to ESW Junior, aka Josh, who's in the chat calling me an arse now. But yeah, we're just gonna run through the pots. So generally, pot 1 are the Div 1 drivers from last season, of course. So everyone's favourite admins ever, AJ Wuhan and Nathan JB, with Liam Cross, who's a new driver here, ESW Junior, Seeb, who's complaining already, making excuses very early on because he's turned off Racing Line. It's Pyro, the most consistent, clean, and talented racing driver in the Cone grid, without question. Ken9543, another one from ERO. LFR Indigo, everyone's favourite NPC and commentator for the Cone Racing League. Ariel Ferg, of course, a champion in Season 5, I believe, or Season 4. Correct me either if I'm wrong. Ariel June, of course, the season champion. Ariel Mark, he's a twat. Ariel Vouter, the big Ariel contingent. A lot of them have had a lot of success in this league, apart from Mark. Shifters Merksy, the man of many teams. SXT Yoga and Taze Leroy, the final driver in pot 1 for today. Okay, Josh, I appreciate it, mate. Pot 2, we have Carl Vidi Berg. Cyril Duwell, of course, 2-time champion. Mr. Indian Jesus, who's gone up to pot 2 after a really strong season in Division 4 after switching to the wheel. CR Real DC, more on him later. Deluxey, FRR Gotation, my favourite ever co-commentator for Tier 4. Leo ZRN27, M Hobbsy, Marty, Underboss, who's already active in the chat. Nelu Safu, this season Tier 2 champion. Energy Jet, another one from ERO. Ariel Farrell Fury, Snell4535, and Supermug 200. In pot 3, we have AFL, Andreas, Arix Yeast, Bailiff, Fandango, Makoni, Nacho, and Zenon. 4-star, Ivan Beloff, Jenga Boy, Kissiek, Lesty the Twig, MFC Trunders, and Reload Dia 17. I don't know why you make your PSN so hard to say. In pot 4, of course, we have everyone's favourite man in this league, Atomic 76, Chugs 15, Spams L2, another long one, Krago 82, CRL Murphy, Ghost Angel 1, Hedgehog, MUFC Harvey, Arjacko 1878, Reverend Melvin, Shaden TV, The Maverick 33, T Messis, Tomo Tiptop, Verova Perhippy 06, and Wuban. A nice simple name to end it off. So as I explained, we have 4 pots, based on ability, and of course some drivers have chosen to turn off assists or turn some assists on if you're a pussy like me. We're just going to have a look in the chat. Get some predictions in. Who do you want to be with? Who do you not want to be with after after I've read the pots out? Of course, the pots are available as the latest posts in CRO announcements, assuming all of you guys are in the Discord. Hello, Brune. I said some very nice things about you, so be nice in the chat, please. So I think we're just going to get into it. I'm going to try and set up my desk space so I don't mess this all up, but I know Jacob is noting these down. We're going to go straight into pot 1. Just let me know if you can't see the driver names, but I've got a nice big picture of myself as well, so I should be able to tell for myself. But we're going to go, so as you'd expect, we'll go 1 pot 1, 1 pot 2, 1 pot 3, and 1 pot 4 driver, and then we'll repeat that 15 times, and the teams for this season's Cone Cup will be established. The people, okay, so just, you have 1 driver from each pot, Ozzy. So 1 from pot 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the pots I've just said, and are also available on the Cone Discord. Give me hedge pot 4. I'd love a bit of hedge, of course, if I was racing, but, you know, more of that for later. So without further ado, we're going to jump straight into pot 1 here. Going to mix them up, close the eyes, just to make sure you know I'm not cheating. And we have a name, and it is... Hold on, let's get that up for you. Liam Cross. Cross Liam, CRX SS Liam, is the first driver out of the first pot today, a newbie in this league. As I mentioned earlier, one of the new recruits from ERO, so we'll see about him later, but having raced with him many times, I know he's a very quick and consistent driver. So, who will Liam's first teammate be? Mixing it up. It is... CRO Indian Jesus, the Ferrari driver from Tier 4 last season. We'll just put him under Liam's name there. Of course, just switched to the wheel and has been doing fantastically ever since. Rocket progression, but can he carry that through to the Cone Cup and stop crashing as well? Right, anyway, on to pot 3. We have... another new driver from ERO. It is Kisiak. Oh, then there you go. Kisiak Dash, the third driver. Don't know much about him, but he's one of Josh's recruits, so I have a lot of faith already. And now we go to finish off our first team. I hope you're noting these down, Jacob, although I have them in front of them myself. Right, and our final driver is R. Jacko, 1878, Tier 3 last season, I believe. Didn't have the best of seasons, but I know he has a lot of potential, as he showed with some good Q3 appearances and points results in Tier 3 last season. So they're your first team. Cross Liam, CRO _ Indian Jesus, Kisiek, and R _ Jacko _ 1878. And I sincerely hope for his and his teammates' sake that that's not the year in which he was born. Anyway, so just give us your thoughts in the chat, please. I don't know if we have any of these guys in here today, but I'm sure you can respond to it later. But yeah, we're just going to head straight into the second team now. I've got some nice notes on the cards as well for our favourite drivers. So here we go. In pot 1, the second name out of pot 1 is... Well, here we go. Here's one of them. I'll just read this out for you. So we have LFR, QRT, NRX, FRA, WOR, FER, IRT, LOI, ECOS, ARC. You already know who it is. It's Shifters Merksy, 10 Team Leon, as he is not so affectionately known as in the Discord. We have 2 Liams out of pot 1. Of course, I've got nothing nice to say about him, so we're going to move on. Straight out of pot 2, we have... It's the fake head admin himself. It's CRO, Real DC, of course, my predecessor in these draws. Again, well, lovely bloke. Does a lot of work for the league, as we all know. And yeah, not sure if he actually exists, but he is the second man out of the pot. You're very excited for this, Liam. You're actually you've already been drawn if you didn't know. So just skip back in the stream to see who your teammates are. Anyway, we're going to go into pot 3 now. Man here, who shall it be? Oh, it's another legend of the game, Ciro Fandango. Great driver, but if you're watching, mate, please gonna have my fucking wheel stand. I promise I will pay you a fortune for it. But yeah, Fandango, great driver, some really great performance, particularly in qualifying in Tier 3 this season. Sometimes he got very unlucky in the race, especially with slightly dodgy connection, but hopefully he's going to have that all fixed, and that is a very strong pot 3 pick. And finally, our last driver, one of the make or breaks, of course. Well, every driver is make or break here. Your pot 4 choice for the second team today, Shaden, another legend yet again, the man who streams on Facebook and who gives admin nightmares as none of them have Facebook accounts. Of course, Shaden TV _ of course, was nearly. Well, he was in the championship fight significantly last season, but dropped off in the last couple of races due to a string of bad luck. But yeah, another really strong driver from Tier 4 and Pot 4. So yeah, I'd be very happy with this team. Booth says Team Bottle. Well, Pyro and Mark can't be in the same team, mate, so I hate to break it to you, but I'm not sure if that's going to be too much of an issue. Right, let's just sort this all out. So yeah, Shifters Merxy, Ciro Real DC, Ciro Fandango, and Shaden TV. That is a very quick team, as some of the boys are saying in the chat. Glad to see he's got hair again. Thank you very much, We Scott D. Means the world, mate, honestly. So we're going to go into our third pot 1 pick of today. It's the Maltese midget himself, Ariel Mark, and as I said here, unlucky for the next 3 drivers. So if you're in pot 2, 3, and 4, get your Quran out and start praying that you're not with this man. Anyway, let's go into pot 2. I'm not going to expand on that. Our pot 2 driver in Team 3 is, well, I've written it Hubsy because I can't write, but it's M Hobsy, another icon in Cone, one of the owners of basically Cone's sister league at this point, Hedge Racing League. So shout out to them. Late night races on a Sunday night, full quali, and with a very mixed and grid that welcomes people of all standards. So yeah, shout out to them. If I'm not allowed to do that, tell me, please, Nathan. Anyway, our third pick for this afternoon's proceedings from pot 3 is another CRO boy. It's CRO Nacho. CRO Nacho is the third man in Team 3, Tier 3 driver from last season, known to have pretty good pace and very active in the Discord as well. Lovely chap when I've interacted with him. So shout out to Nacho, but I'm sorry, mate, you're with Mark. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into pot 4 for this team. Well, we've got arguably the hardest name to say out of all of these. It's Varova Pahipi 06. And I hope you don't do well, mate. I'm glad you've got Mark because you're giving me a nightmare name to say. But yeah, that is the third team. Ariel Mark, M Hubsy, Ciro Nacho, and Varova Pahipi 06. How many racing will Mark turn ABS back on? He's going to make it through one quali session, if I'm honest. Although I'm not really one to talk here, but at least I don't lie about it. Anyway, more on Mark later if you want. Of course, ask me any questions, and I will give you my very honest opinion. Mark's going to be the slowest in this team by far. I can strongly agree with that. Let's move on. So we have 3 teams out of 15. As you can tell, this is a lot of work for which I'm not being paid. So I will be taking CRO AJ Wuhan and Nathan JB to court. But anyway, enough of that. Our fourth team, and our first pick for that team in the pot 1 is going to be Taze Leroy, the one of 2 blind pot 1 drivers, also an albino. So yeah, well done, Taze. I hope you get more pigment in the future, mate. Anyway, enough of that. We're going to go straight to pot 2. And the driver we have is MF, aka motherfucking Underboss. The man with the most useless reports of all time. Yes, I said it. You were nominated for I Am Stupid for a reason, mate. So yeah, fuck you, I'm a steward. But yeah, MF Underboss got some very good pace, of course, all jokes aside, and did well in Tier 2 this season, with some great underdog performances, pardon the pun. Anyway, top 3. Nice suit, it's a brilliant suit, mate. Our top 3 driver for Team 4 is going to be... It's another CRO boy, another Tier 4 boy. CRO Zenon moved into pot 3 after showing great pace. I commentated over him, and it was a pleasure to see him develop, although he's very squeaky, as a lot of us will know. But yeah, Zenon, shout out to you, mate. You are with Taze Leroy and MF Underboss as the pot 3 driver for Team 4. Anyway, Pyro the Bottle. Yeah, your own team manager saying it, mate, so can't be too good. Anyway, pot 4 for Team 4 is... Oh, it's a legend. It's an absolute legend of the game. It is Tomo Tiptop 31. Tomo Tiptop 31, my teammate from last season, well, last year's Con Cup. Wow, that's already been a year. Emotional times. But yeah, been a pleasure to watch him improve. And he was in Tier 3 this season as well, so big up, mate. I have some very nice things to say about the drivers and some not so nice things, as you might be able to imagine. Hello, Fleeker. If you're poor, just get more money. Yeah, shout Josh. Don't worry, mate. I promise I won't say anything offensive. This stream won't get taken down. And if it does, I'm not doing it again. So deal with it. Anyway, Team 5, pot 1. Who will it be? I saw who that was. So. It is, as I've written here, the GOAT himself, ESW Junior. I know he's active in the chat right now, so... cross your fingers and clench your cheeks, mate, because you're about to see who your teammates are. Of course, being a great help to Cohen since he joined with a lot of the graphics designing and just being an all-round fucking legend. I don't have any nice things to say about you, Pyro, don't worry, mate. But anyway, pot 2. You haven't been drawn yet, Leslie, mate. Our pot 2 man is none other than... another ERO man. It's Energy Jet 2717, very fast driver. Commentated over him towards the end of last year, and the progression he's shown, especially turning assists off as well recently. Now an ERO F1 from F5 to F1 in 1 season. So yeah, big up, mate. And he is joining ESW Junior. Is the pot 2 driver faster than the pot 1 driver? Let's wait and see. You haven't been picked yet, Chugs, no, mate. Pot 3. Who should it be? Struggling to actually pick a fucking name here. But anyway, oh well, you have been drawn now, mate. It is Lesty Twig, best manager of all time, as you can see. Better than any of the Ariel Pagans, and a lot of others, actually. But yeah, Lesty the Twig, called CPI manager, and just an all-round great geezer. Just recently come back from a sabbatical and performed very well in Tier 2 this season with a Q3 appearance, with his 1 race, of course, in Bahrain. Sorry, my mum's calling me on. Well, she's left the gaff. I told her to fuck off, so she listened. I'm joking. Please don't hate me. Anyway, I'll put 4 driver for Team 5. It's the 3rd ERO man out of 4. It's Temesis, T-Messis. Our pot 4 man. Don't know too much about the guy. But yeah, it's, of course, like it was for me last season, it's an opportunity to prove yourself. So good luck, mate. You've got some very nice teammates, very sexy people. So yeah, well in. I said hi to, well, my mum left before I could say hi, but I'll say hi to her later. I rate the fit missing the tie though. I tried the tie, but it was a bit too blue for this, so it was a bit. I was thinking about it, but I mean, I couldn't be able to get changed into my shirt, and the stream was already late as it was. So stop complaining, Liam. All right, sixth top one pick, rattling down now, rattling through the numbers. Will be Ariel Wouter or Wouter or whatever you want to say. Season 5 champion in Cone. Great bloke. Rumour has it he left this house once in the past year, and that was to go to, well, twice. One to go on holiday and one to go to the hospital. So, well in Wouter, mate. You are the pot 1 driver for Team 6 here. Chill with the swearing, there's kids here. Sorry. If I get carried away. Anyway, pot 2. Well, 2 out of 2 Cone champions so far is Nello _ Safu, 13 Tier 2 champion. I don't know if this was his debut season, but I think it was at least a return season. So yeah, Nello and Wouter, that is a very strong team already. I'm getting slightly scared. Oh no, I got a message. Anyway, pot 3. Oh man, it is going to be. This is getting ridiculous. It's a 3rd TRL champion. It's Bailiff, and I know Ozzy's watching, so shout out to you, mate. Only man better than his son at F1, and I stand by that. So Bailiff 3, the only man better than his son at F1, Tier 4 champion of the season. It was a pleasure to watch him develop throughout the season. This is a little bit disgusting, so if you're watching, videos on you, so don't mess it up. And let's see if we can get a really OP top 4 pick for this already OP team. Well, he switched the wheel, but it's another Cone champion. I promise this isn't rigged, because I don't like Wouter anyway. But this is Hedgehog 11, who's switching the wheel, of course, did his last few races in Tier 4 after being moved up to Tier 3. But another man with great pace. This is a little bit ridiculous now. So yeah, Wouter, Nello, Bailiff and Hedgehog. All men who have won championships in the last 2 seasons. And I'm getting a little bit scared. Alright. We're going to go on, because I'm going to get too scared thinking about this team. I might poo myself. Alright. Our 7th man from pot 1. It's another. We're getting a lot of champions in a row here. It's Ariel Giroud. Don't know if he's still watching, but yeah, the man who doesn't like to believe that he's ginger, but I can promise him that he is. Fanatec merchant. Say what you want about him, but he is bloody quick. And there's another driver who's fallen out of pot 1, but they got put back in, so don't worry about it. In pot 2, Jeroen's first teammate will be Ariel Ferrofury. So the Ariel contingent continues. Jeroen's teammate Ariel Ferrofury, another man who was on wheel last season but has switched back to pad for the Cone Cup. No, he had a very uncomfortable setup. So it's going to move on. Pot 3 for this team is Four-star. Not Foreskin, it's Four-star. I know there isn't a driver called Foreskin, but I felt like making that joke anyway. Four-star, another long-time servant of Cone Racing League. Had ups and downs. I believe he was in Tier 2 this season and did pretty well. I think he was 9th from what I heard from my very reliable sources. So yeah, Four-star, the pot 3 driver for this team. Shaping up very nicely as well, it has to be said. Anyway, pot 4. For this team, Team 7, it is the man himself, the Greekman, the Maverick 33, a Tier 4 driver, uses very few assists and is a very nice bloke. So Ariel Giroud, Ariel Ferrofury, Four-star, and the Maverick 33. Who else is with us, Jet? The pot 4 driver for your team is Team Metas. He's in ERO F4, I believe. So yeah, here we go. We're going to go, we're just about to pass the halfway mark. I need to make space on my desk because I do not have infinite space. Right, so without further ado, let's crack on with pot 1. It's head honcho number 1. This sparked a lot of controversy in the party chat last night, but it is Nathan JB. We'll say everyone's second favourite head admin after DC, of course. But Cyril Nathan JB 17 is the first man. So yeah, as I said, clench your cheeks, mate, because you're about to find out who the next 3 are. Pot 2. Better do well here, because I've heard Nathan's a little bit like Pol Pot with his methods as a leader. CRL do well, another GOAT, 2-time champion in cone racing. I believe the only 2-time champion, although correct me if I'm wrong, statisticians. But 2 CRL boys, Nathan JB and Do Will. He'll be very, very happy with that. 2 legends of the modern game. Top 3 is Andreas Kleis, Andreas C. He is right here, another ERO man, so he joins up with Nathan and Do Will. Again, another one who's progressed a lot since I watched him as a commentator in ERO F5, moved up to F3, and he's doing very well to my knowledge. Anyway, top 4 is well, here he is. He's been asking if he's been picked the whole time, but it's Chugs 15 spams L2, tier 4 driver, tier 4 reserve. Another very quick driver, showed some very good pace, particularly in Abu Dhabi, I seem to remember. But also has terrible Wi-Fi. So if you hear Chugs, please get off 3G for the Cone Cup. But yeah, that is the 8th team: Cyril Nathan JB, Cyril Duo, Andrea C, and Chugs 15 spams L2. Let's go to team 9. Another champion. They're all coming out at once here, not like that. It's Ariel Ferg, season 4 champion. I have since been corrected. But Ariel Ferg is the 9th man out of pot 1 for the 9th team. And his first teammate will be Snell 4535, and because of monetization, we'll call him a squeaky moron. But yeah, you can read what that says. But Ferg and Snell, I know they had a little bit of controversy earlier this season in Imola when Snell sat on the racing line and blocked Ferg and got him out of Q2. So let's hope a little bit better teamwork will be on display for Team 9 here. Without further ado, pot 3, man. It's Relodia 17. I'll say it like that because it sounds cooler, although I believe he's British. But Relodia 17 will be with Ferg and Snell. The final man is Nathan. You're lagging, mate. Your team's already been picked. Yes, Kermit the Frog went in. Top 4, it is Mufsy Harvey, the only big team to be doing worse than Arsenal this season. MUFC _ Harvey 15. Quick driver back on the pad, switching over to the rear wheel, which is a struggle for everyone, as we know. But MUFC Harvey is partnering Ferg, Snell, and Relodia in Team 9 for the Cone Cup this season. Tenth man out of pot 1. It's Pyro, and as you can see here with my very stable hands, I don't know if you can see, but that says 99 Racecraft. I forgot the negative, but yeah, Pyro with some amazing results this season in Cone. Well, an amazing result this season in Cone. Incredibly fast driver, but can he keep it on the track in the first 5 laps of a race and a quali lap, of course? That remains up to debate. But yeah, it's Pyro is the 10th Pot 1 driver. What's his PSN? Pot 329 is Andreas. No, is Relidia. Anyway, Pot 2 for Pyro and his brigadiers is it's FRL Gotation. I don't know if he's still here, but FRL Rotation, of course, one of the fastest men of all time, bar none, on the pad, but switched over to the wheel and suddenly became very slow. So you're in pot 2 now, mate. Well done. No, I'm kidding. Rotation, great driver, no assists, of course, and a absolutely fantastic bloke. I might have to add. Can he survive 5 laps? No. Anyway, pot 3. It is the best name, best PSN out of everyone here. Jenga Boy. There you go. It's the wrong way. Jenga Boy. Jenga Boy. Partnering up with Pyro and Gotation. But who shall be the pot 4 man? For this season. Wuban. Great bloke. Another one from my old beloved league, SBR size. Children's author, and also, I believe, doing a run for prostate cancer, which he put in self-promo. So, yeah, go donate to him. He's doing a fundraiser right now, of course. But Wuban is the 4th man with Pyro, FRL, Gotation, and Jenga Boy in Team 10. So just 5 names left in each pot now. Love you too, Rotation. It is SXT Yogurt, of course, former commentator, raced a couple of times this season. Another man on no assists, and I can't think of a pun for his name, so we're just going to move on. But love you, Yogurt, mate. Great bloke. Anyway, pot 2. Here is former Tier 1 driver, already shaping out to be a very quick team. It's Marty 1998. Only moved down because he wanted to, and arguably his pace was very strong in Tier 1. So Marty, a pot 2 man. So Yogurt and Marty joining forces in Team 11. But we'll have to continue here. Our next driver is AFL 1994, I believe in Tier 3 this season. Showed some brilliant race pace after some slightly below par qualifying performances for a standard in Tier 3. But yeah, very nice team already. Yogurt, Marty, and AFL 1994. AFL Hedges Championship rival for the Season 5 Championship last season. Pot 4 for Team 11 is... it's an absolutely wonderful man. Atomic 76. Atomic 76 is the last man in Team 11. The best driver on this grid, bar none, as we all know. So yeah, Atomic, Marty, Yogurt, and AFL together in Team 11. Pot 1 for Team 12. It is IRT Thebe. In Team 12, turned offline, is already crying about in pot 1, so deal with the mate is all I've got to say. Yeah, it's a very nice team. 11, let's see the next 3 drivers in Team 12. Carl Wiedeberg 12. Carl Wiedeberg 12. Tier 2 driver, very quick Tier 2 driver, so 2 Dutchies, I believe, as well, will be partnering up. Of course, we haven't spoken much about nationalities. because I don't want to get cancelled. But Seb and Carl in Team 12 together, who will be joining them. Just, of course, 4 drivers left in this hat. CRL, Makoni, an admin in this league. Brilliant bloke. Makoni is partnering up with Seb and Carl, and I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. List, but yeah, that was the point, Nathan. It was a joke. Seb, if you want to hear it properly. That top button hits different. Oh no, mate, it's fantastic. Anyway, let's go pot 4. Oh, Makoni and Murphy. Makoni and Murapati. We're going to say Murphy for ease of the stream. Cyril Makoni and Murphy, 2 guys. You may often get confused. It's taken a while for both of them to win their races, win races in Cone. But yeah, 2 great guys, 2 admins, and Makoni and Murphy make up the last 2 drivers in Team 12. Also joined by Steve and Carl. So anyway, Team 13, pot 1. It is Ken 9543, Finnish driver, also new one of the Euro contingent. Yeah, Ken, the pot 1 driver, an unknown force in this league, but well, I can tell you he's a pretty quick guy for sure. Of course, endorsed by ESW Junior himself. Ken will be joined by Leo ZRN27, pole sitter in the last race of the season in Tier 2. Big Leo, I believe Romanian driver, known for aggressive driving but also very skilled. Leo is the man joining Ken in pot 2. Pot 3. For Team 13, it is MFC Trunders. I'm not sure which Manchester club he supports, but Trunders is the 3rd man, Tier 2 last season as well, so this is shaping up to be a very good team, it has to be said. And pot 4. Team 13 is the man, myth, the legend, Ghost Angel 1, watching him perform week in, week out in Tier 2 for this season. Sorry, it's been an absolute pleasure. And he joins Ken, Leo, and Trunders in Team 13. So just 2 teams to go now. And let me see, I think I know who's left there. Pot 1. Head honcho number 2. Sparking some controversy, of course, among the admins. It's Ciro Ajwuhan, the one-eyed wonder, and yeah, hope you get some vision, mate. But AJ, hopefully, will be able to see the track and also see who his next teammates are. So out of pot 2, which is 2 men left, and it is Supermug 200. I crossed out the last 0, but yeah. Borough, well, I apologise. Supermug 200, will it be a mug on track? Let's wait and see. But he's joining AJ out in Team 14. 2 pot 3 drivers, sorry. And that is Ivan Belov. Of course, Supermug and Ivan, both from ERO this season, coming in thanks to the help of Josh. But yeah, AJ, Supermug, and Belov. Who will it be out of the last 2? Will it be Krago, or will it be... I don't know who I haven't picked. It will be Krago. Krago 82, the pot 4 driver for this side. Krago 82. Is the last man in Team 14, so a nice team. Sierra AJ Wuhan, Supermug 200, Ivan Belov 44, and Krago 82. So we're going to pick this team very quickly. The final team, of course, it is, of course, NPC Indigo, Jimmy Morris, the world's best commentator, as I said earlier, and also one who's been, well, not been in too many teams, but is now Brazilian, as he's in LFR. But Indigo, his pot 2 teammate will be Deluxy, I don't know where Deluxe's from. I was going to say South Africa, but I think I might sound really stupid. But Deluxe and Indigo, the first two drivers in pot 3, Team 15. But this pot 3 driver is Arix Yeast. Can he rise to the top? Arix Dash Yeast is the last man out of pot 3. And the final pick of this Cohen Cup draw, my arms are getting very tired. It is, of course, the man himself, Reverend Melvin. Some very good results in Cohen over the past few seasons. But Reverend Melvin, the Tier 4 man, is the final driver picked. So NPC Indigo, Deluxe, Arix Yeast, and Reverend Melvin. So, without further ado, let's go through all the teams again. So we have, I'm just going to pick these up. Liam Cross, oh, no, let's not do this. Liam Cross, CRL Indian Jesus, Kissiek Dash, and Arjako 1878. In Team 2, it is, of course, 10 Team Liam, Shifters Mercy, CRL Real DC, CRL Fandango, and Shaden TV _ the Facebook Warrior. In Team 3, we have Ariel Nobed, M Hubsy, CRL Nacho, and Varova Fifi Pahipi 06. In Team 4, we have the No Pigment Merchant himself, Taze Leroy, MF _underboss, CRL Zenon, and Tomo Tiptop, the team of useless reports, apart from, well, half of the team at least, but we won't specify who I mean. ESW Junior, brackets GOAT, Energy Jet 2717, Leslie the Twig, the best manager of all time, and Team Essis lining up as the last man in Team 5. This is arguably already the favourites to win this competition. Ariel Valter, Nelu Safu 13, Bailiff 3, and Hedgehog 11 in Team 6, 4 champions in Cone. Ridiculous. Ariel Giroun, Ariel Feral Fury, 4-star, and the Maverick are the boys in Team 7. Nathan JB, CRL Do Will, Andrea C, and Chugs Spams L2 in Team 8. Ariel Ferg, Snell 4535, Relo Dia 17, and MUFC Harvey 15. A team of useless numbers who waste my time because I have to say their names in full by law. Are the men in Team 9. Testing my math skills here. It's Pyro, 99 Racecraft himself, FRL Gotation, Jenga Boy, and Vuban in Team 10. SXT Yogurt, Marty, AFL 1994, and Atomic 76 in Team 11. Sieb, Carl Vanderberg, McConey, and Murphy in Team 12. Murphy, thank you so much, mate. Team 13, we have Ken, Leo, MFC Trunders, and Ghost Angel 1. Team 14, we have Head Honcho number 2, Supermug, Ivan Beloff, and Krago82. And the final men, Team 15, for I Can Go to Sleep, it's NPC Indigo, Deluxe, Arix Yeast, and Reverend Melvin. Right, we're going to play a very, very special song. If you were here early, you might have heard it before. But without further ado, I give you the Europa League draw, and I bid you all good night. Just cut out the stream. I didn't realise copyright. Goodbye. And I don't wait. Do I need to draw the groups as well? Good night, everyone. I love you all.